Shalom. Allah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the hopeful elect out there, including the 144,000 out there pushing this word in all truth and sincerity, and the rest of the hopeful elect out there listening and learning. It's your brother Darash Shemot, and I'm back with another lesson. This will be part 3 of Prophecy is Speaking. So we left off basically just talking about the state of the world, seeing the prophecies come into fruition just from all angles. I mean, you have to be blind not to see it, and most of the world is blind, so they can't see it anyway. But anyway, we know that the famine of the word is quickly approaching. We know that Evil E is starting to use his laws to try to suppress the truth. He's coming at it from like a little sideways angle, not really being straightforward. He's trying to use his anti-semantics angle. Anytime people talk about those Amalekites over there pretending to be the people. So let's just jump right into the lesson. This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 20. It says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity is cut off." Okay, so this hasn't happened yet, but this will happen. And it says that make a man an offender for a word. So that's what they're trying to do with these laws that they're passing. There's going to be more. Remember, the devil is going to come down with great wrath. It says, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. So this is telling you who they're trying to lay a snare for. So it's not for all of these people out there that's protesting and doing all of this stuff. No, they coming for the prophets. That's who they really angering at. Who they really angling at. They're not coming right out and saying it. But we know that Esau Edom is a cunning hunter. He cunning. Right now, we're the prey. That's just what it is. It says, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. So they look at us like we nothing. That's just the way things are right now. The world is in this upside down state. Let's move over to Micah chapter 2. And it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. But you best believe they had thought about this. And they thought about this. They planned this. Scripture said that they are wiser than Daniel. Okay? So they got this all planned out. Now their plans ain't going to end up working out in totality. Yahweh Shem Yahshai got bounds that they cannot pass. But they go try. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And we're seeing it. We're literally seeing them practice this evil. They got courts that's like international courts. And they telling the courts, no. You go let my friend do what he doing. He go put several people to sleep and send them to the spirit world, but don't you do nothing to my friend. That's literally what it's saying. Babylon the Great and the Amalekites working together. Okay? And with their laws, we already know. They're like the lamb with 2 horns that speak like a dragon. That's what they're doing. Them draconian laws. It's slowly coming to fruition. They're putting it into play. You ever seen that, what was it? It's a Looney Tunes. I think it was Elmer Fudd was trying to cook Bugs Bunny. And he had to put him in the water while the water was still like cold or whatever. And then put the fire on there and slowly heat it up. Because if you don't, then if you put it in this hot, they go jump right out. And so that's what Esau Edom doing. They're slowly turning up the heat on this place. He's coming down with great wrath, but he's doing it in a cunning way. Okay? And it's in the power of their hands because they run the world. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. And you're seeing the people mourn. Why are the people mourning? Because the wicked are in rule. And they covered fields and they take them by violence. What they're doing over there in the Holy Land. They taking land. They got people trying to auction off land. They got people trying to sell land. They got people over there drawing up plans for what they go do. They think their lands are going to go. They think their houses are going to go on forever. Like, that's the way these people think. They think because Yahweh Shem Yahshai hasn't punished them yet, that he is altogether one like themselves, but he not. He gonna surprise them. They are just reserved for judgment. And they covet fields and they take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house and even a man in his heritage. Okay? If they got their way, 500 years from now, they would be like, oh, we the original Palestinians. That's what they would say. Oh, we the original people of these lands. And that's what they do. Now, they calling themselves the people of the book. They calling themselves, some of them calling themselves the Native Americans. They calling themselves the original Europeans. All of this. Everybody except who they are. And then everybody is the T word except for them. Nobody done brought as much destruction on this planet more than Esau Edom. But everybody else is the T word. It's crazy. The propaganda they pushing is crazy. And it says, therefore, thus said Yahweh, behold, against this family I do devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. There is no escape for Esau Edom from the judgment that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to bring down upon him. And all those people, including our own people, who try to cleave unto them, they'll hand join in hand. The wicked shall not go unpunished. You go get punished with them. This punishment is for Esau Edom, but if you want to stick by him, you can go down with him. You going down with the ship with Esau Edom. Okay? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai has something special for the people of his curse. We talking about Sarakana, Judgment Day. All right? Now let's go to the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. And we'll start from verse 4. And it says, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. He can't be right. He can't do right. He's not set up to do right. He's upside down, man. That's why the world is upside down. That's why it's falling under his vibration, because he's running the world. Okay? The just shall live by his faith. The elect. That's who the just will be in this time. They go live by faith, even though they see all of this stuff going on. Everybody's against them. People mock, scoff, don't understand what they're talking about. They go keep going because they have the faith. And faith is a gift from Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and they are the ones who got it. It says, yea, also, he transgressed by wine. His doctrine, he is a proud man. How proud is he? He lifted himself up. He covered the face of the judges thereof. He said he is the Most High and the Son. That's how proud he is. Neither keepeth at home. He always somewhere else, trying to take somebody else home. He enlarges his desire as hell, can't be satisfied, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? And that is what he's continuing to do. Always taking what is not his. He can't just sit down and chill. He's like, no, this is mine, this is mine. No, this world is not yours. In actuality, who is this world for? Who was this world made for? He made the world for our sakes, Yasharallah, including all these heathens. Everything on this planet is for whom? Who Yahweh Shem Yahshai gave it to. His people. Not these heathens. Especially not Esau Edom. And he says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, with debt. The national debt is what? 34 trillion? Shall not they rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Who about to wake up? These nations are about to wake up. These heathen nations. Let the weak say, I am strong. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to gather them to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Yahweh's decision. The valley of decision. It's about to go down. That's what we're preparing for. It's just coming slowly. Things have to come to pass. And awake, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. For spoil. Because Esau Edom has spoiled everybody. Everybody about to spoil him now. Okay? You can't escape this judgment. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. He has to pay for what he has done. And ultimately, what all of this is going back to is the controversy of Zion. Yahweh is coming. He's sending Yahweh Shai for his people. And Esau Edom is going to be found in possession of his people, and they're going to have to get this work. So these nations, they're not okay going along with Esau Edom. They're like, wait. This ain't going how we would want it to go. We have to do something. No matter what, no matter how we try to work with this man, he always messing us over. Like, we try to take on his customs, we try to trade with this man, and he always trying to kill us. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. And it says, Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. I mean, man, when Esau Edom, they about to cut up. Okay? They about to cut up. Even people in this nation, even Americans, they getting mad because they just like, wait, what is going on? Like, we're not benefiting from our own country, our own taxes, none of that. It's just not making any sense.
If Israel wants to carry out war crimes, they shouldn't do it with our money. But you can't, on one hand, demand that American taxpayers who are desperate for a better life here in America, they need to hand over billions of dollars to the Israeli government and the IDF, and we need to shut the F up. My fellow Americans, are you okay with that? Are you okay with a lobbying group representing the best interests of a foreign government telling you you need to bust your ass every day, work a job that you likely hate, and have a portion of your earnings taken from you by our federal government and funneled to the Israeli government so they can commit atrocities in the Gaza Strip? Are you okay with that? Because I'm not okay with that. And nothing gets under my skin more, okay, than hearing these crap say things that make it clear that they feel entitled to our money. Entitled.
If you can't see how people go rise up and how even in this nation, people go rise up. There's already starting to be uproars of the people. It's starting, okay? America, those Amalekites over there, they just pushing everybody's button one by one. Like just stirring everybody up. Now what you think gonna happen? Okay? What you think gonna happen? If you keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Well, let's find out what's gonna happen. It's Ezekiel chapter 38. It says, And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Gog is the leader of Magog, and Magog, the land of Magog, is Russia. Okay, so we should all know who that is. And say, Thus said Yahweh of power, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Okay? He's going to gather all these, he go gather Magog, okay, and he go get people with him. It says Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. And now you see who's starting to kick Esau out of their country right now. These Hamites. Well, they're starting to kick the Western Edomites out. Okay, the Eastern Edomites, they're trying to go in league with them. You know, if Satan's kingdom be divided against Satan, it can't stand. You know, that situation. They're preparing for war, okay? In Joel chapter 3. That's what's going on. That's what we're getting ready for, okay? And so, if you think about this, it's like Yahweh's plan is just being played out. And we're just watching the scriptures just roll off the page. So like I said with the title of this video, prophecy is speaking, okay? It is speaking. And so, how is this all going to end? Okay? What's the
nuclear doctrine? Russia would launch a strategic nuclear strike against the United States and all the NATO countries as soon as we witness the launch of Western missiles, no matter how armed they are. Against our territories, and then the whole planet will die.
Your boy say it's going down, okay? And so, let's get another precept. Let's go Zechariah. What is it? Chapter 14. Nope. I know it's somewhere around here. I'm looking for this one specific verse. I know it's somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. Zechariah 14:12. And it says, This shall be the plague wherein Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Talking about the Israelites. Jerusalem is a people before it was a place. Before it's a place. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. And what did that man just talk about in that video? ICBM nuclear destruction. Okay? And their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. That's what it's talking about. Okay? So, now, let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. And it says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs which I have told thee before, when thou understood that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So what are the signs that he told us before? These prophecies that we are reading. These are things that are spoken about from Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the prophets to us. And now we're watching them come into fruition. So we should know what times we're in right now. And it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Are we seeing uproars of the people? You seen how mad that woman was? You see what's happening on these college campuses? What is I heard 150 college campuses? 150. They got protested. You know? And there's probably even more that I don't even know about in other countries around the world. Because the people are getting mad. They're tired of this nonsense. Like, this propaganda, this stuff isn't working. Like, Esau Edom is losing control of the narrative. And of course, we know what he gonna do to try to get it back. You know? He gonna try to bring order out of chaos with his MOTB. With that RFID hip. We already know that's where he's going with it. But still, prophecies coming to pass right before our eyes. And it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So, this is how we know prophecy is speaking. These things were spoken of long before I was born, long before you was born. And now you're seeing them come to fruition. Okay? These prophecies were written for our time, for us to have this understanding. And so, you should seek out the wisdom of the ancients to get this understanding. It's of utmost importance. Let's go back to Habakkuk chapter 2, then we'll come back to the Apocrypha. And it says, and Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Now, this is the appointed time. But at the end it shall speak. It's speaking, so this is the end. And not lie, though it tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. It's about to be on and popping. It's about to be the full quarter. 30 seconds left on the clock. And you got to get to the end zone, because how about Shem Yahushua touching down there, so you can't stop. You got to keep going. But everybody else, they ain't going to make it. They ain't going to be like them foolish virgins who ain't had enough wine. So keep studying, keep reading, stay prayed up. Keep the faith. Stay strong. Don't be deceived by all these false doctrines out there. Let's go back to 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 10. And it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. It's talking about modern day Egypt, which is America. I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched forth arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Babylon the Great, America go get murked. This modern day Egypt. It said all the land. And this is congruent with the other prophets. That's how you know the Apocrypha, these 14 books, all part of Scripture. Okay, out of the 1611 KJV. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. America is not about to go unpunished or untouched. Babylon the Great is about to get touched. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail. Through the blasting and hail and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world, and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. This is what is about to happen. This is talking about civil war. This is talking about war all over and civil war. It's about to go down. People against people. Okay? Egyptian against Egyptian. What is that? Isaiah chapter 19? No, that's Jeremiah. Isaiah chapter 19 says, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay? That's talking about modern day America. That's talking about what's going to happen. There's going to be so much division. People will get mad, and it's going to come to civil war. That's literally what's about to take place. We just saw a movie on something like this. They didn't state the origins of why it happened in the movie. At least I didn't pick up on it, but I'm telling you, Yahweh Shem Yahushua said it's going to happen here. So it's coming. So let's go back. 2 Ezra 15 and 17. It said, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why not? Because of martial law. You seen what happened on them campuses when they were protesting. The leader of the Amalekites overseas got on there and said that that's unacceptable and they should put a stop to it, blah, blah, blah. Some stuff like that. And then what our politicians over here in Babylon the Great got up there and did and said, oh, they should have called in the police or like the National Guard or whatever to stop this. You know, that's like martial law talking. So it's on their minds because they're thinking about this. So hope this lesson was edifying. Before I go, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh.